it's always important. We do these shows to try and strike balance with everything.
Yeah.
And I think it's really fair that we make that kind of point about today, because that was missing in part of the match. But then the funny thing is, actually, as we started with, it was better in a lot of elements. That's kind of what's more frustrating, is the fact that first 45 minutes, there was a lot of nice stuff. And as you both pointed out, you look at the stats from today's game, we'll bring them in for you now. The numbers aren't bad, they're much better than some of the other games we've had like this. So if this was one game in isolation where we drop points against a promoted team, or what you would call a lesser team, then you could kind of excuse it. But because it's happened a few times, it becomes more of a bigger debate. But you look at the numbers though, look how much of the ball they've had, look at the shots they've had, the shots on target, the XG, the big chances, all those things are better than we've had in a lot of these games.
We've got through this block, but we've not just took our chances, we've got to be more clinical. We've got there, because we've all wanted more sort of excitement. 11 attempts at goal is just, I think, 32 shots altogether. That tells you there's something going on. It's quite exciting. But it's the 11 on target, which is the big thing. But it's not enough. You have to win games. You have to give these people, and we're not doing that at the moment. And that's what's coming out of Jason and myself. It's frustration of a game that you should have won, and there's another one that's passed you by. It's 4 draws, and the number of points, if we could have had those, and we should have won them all, by the way. It doesn't matter how we played, we should have won all those games. And it tells you its own story.
Yeah, them stats and what we're looking at there, that tells you the football's better, right? Which is a massive positive, because the football hasn't been great at times, but that tells you the football's better. It was quicker. There's lots of positives about today's game, but we didn't win it. Why didn't we win it with them stats? Because there was something missing. What's missing? And it's what we're talking about. It's like, who's going to grab the game by the scruff of the neck? Who's going to point a finger and go, that doesn't happen again? Or get down the line, get wide, get it in. Who's going to? There's none of that. It's kind of like we play nice.
Sometimes today it was we were trying to score the perfect goal.
Yeah.
It was keep it, cross, just in there. Jeremy gets byline, pulls it back, and he strikes it. It's all with sort of 25 passes, with every sort of move. And it was though, because you're playing against a packed defence, we were looking at it, and sometimes, and it was amazing. It was about 10 yards. The whole of their 10 players from the edge of the box. Just think about that. Is hard to sort of break it down. And again, another team, 5 at the back, literally rigid 5 at the back, and it's sort of stopping us. Everybody's piled into it all, but it's working for teams, and we're going to have to be like this right the way through to the end of the season.
I thought, to give Burnley credit, I thought they did it well today, and they threw the body on the line. There were some blocks on the line as well. They were getting people in a line and dealing with a lot of the threat. They rode the luck a couple of times, what you have to do when you set up like that.
That you should expect. Yeah. And I think it's quite easy to coach a team like that, defensive. They pushed up when we were trying to build it out, but as soon as if we were slowing it, bang, they were all back there. And it's just get back there, make sure you head everything, you kick everything. They threw bodies on the line, the blocked shots. It was just, that should be the least that you expect. And everybody says, oh, we defend that and we deserve something. No, we deserve to win the game. We were by far the better team. So them defending away, so it should be when you've got that many bodies in the box, throwing yourself in front of the ball all the time. Yes, it's, Scott Parker won't take any great accolades and say how well we've done, but he'll go, I'd expect it when everybody's in front of behind the ball.
32 shots by Liverpool today. It's the highest number of shots attempted in a single match by any side in the Premier League this season. So again, something to underline. This wasn't a poor performance. What you did find towards the end, some of those shots, there was McAllister one from distance that was kind of, you're running out of ideas. Is there a problem when you have a few games like this, which we've had, where the belief sucks out of both the team and the fan base? You saw a few people making for the exits a little bit early. We hadn't seen that for a long period of time, because there was always that belief, well, where it's 92, 93, 97 minutes, we're scoring a goal here. Because we've done it so often in the last, 5 years.
It's following a trend, isn't it? We are seeing this. How many draws is that in the spin? Is that 3 league draws? 4 league draws, yeah. you know, it's becoming a trend, and you know, you do end up running out of ideas, and you do end up taking pot shots. I mean, Dominic Szoboszlai had one from about 45 yards. Everyone was just going no, and he hit it. And you know, and then McAllister has one. Frimpong balloons one over the bar. You just get a little bit desperate, don't you? And you're just searching for it. But
you can go through the team, Mark. There's a lot of good performances
Yeah,
today.
there was.
You know, we're standing here and it's frustration from us. We're like all the fans. We feel frustrated, and we're looking at probably all the things which we believe sort of technically has gone wrong here today. But you look all around the team and you go, there's some good performances.
Yeah.
There was some who looked a bit tired, but certainly Jeremy Frimpong, Kerkez, you know, good. We were saying, you know, for Jeremy, we wanted some better crosses. There was better crosses today, I believe. Pullbacks, finding people. Kerkez looked energetic and sort of getting forward and delivered far better balls. You know, and there was a lot of sort of good displays
stuff.
today.
Yeah. There was a lot of good stuff today.
But that's what I'm saying. It's almost, you know, you have to separate two different things. So it was the first time since 80-81 that Liverpool have failed to beat any of the three promoted sides at home. But if you took this performance here today against Burnley and compared it to the game against Sunderland or the game against Leeds, this was probably the best of the three performances. This one, they didn't deserve to drop points, whereas maybe Sunderland, for example, at least they maybe did. So that's the difference. So we can look at it in isolation and say today is not the issue per se, but it's the trend across the season.
It's a trend because what we're seeing now, which we haven't seen for a while, is this. And we talked about it. We made a big thing, and the boss mentioned it. Is this slow block? This slow block. Everybody's doing it now. I think more now than ever I've seen. And it's not just against us. It's about Man City. It's about Arsenal. Teams do it. We are only just finding our way, sort of how to break them down. It's come at a time when we've got a lot of draws there. So the big thing is don't lose faith with the manager, with the staff.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's got to be there. This, you can see we're unbeaten in 12. Yeah, it's not been great. We said it before the game. But we are on this run, so we've got to persevere. All the fringe players who got brought in this year are starting to perform.
But on that, if we're looking for things to take forward from it, the goal today comes from Florian Wirtz. He continues to increase his numbers as the season goes on, and you watch the games and you see the way he becomes more important. They get the ball to his feet, things can happen. Little touches around the corner, looking for the pass. He's such a great option, and you just want to see that develop, and other players get on the same wavelength more and more, because that's the ring to really cling to in the second half of the season, isn't it?
He sucks you in, doesn't he? He's like, you want him on the ball all the time. It's just the way he plays, his balance, his vision, his touch, what he sees, his movement, you know, and then his end product. I mean, he very, very rarely gives it away, does he? He's got some lovely ability about him. Yeah, and you know, his goal was great. He smashes it into the top corner.
I think his goal was great because we were looking at it, and Dubravka, the Burnley goalkeeper, had made about 3 or 4 saves all to his left-hand side,
yeah.
and he's gone, that's a good eye for him. And lo and behold, Flo's just gone like that and whipped it in the near post. It's probably done him.
But also as well, today there was probably, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 sort of moments like that where the ball's dropped in the penalty box in a similar sort of distance, and it's either been blocked or the connection. Frimpong had a few where it wasn't good. McAllister had one late on which he put somewhere God knows where, whereas Wirtz in that moment had the awareness, has the quality, and he whips it past Dubravka.
Listen, like Tomo said, and I just want to reiterate what he said, we're not here, you know, being very critical of the team, and we're not here to have a real go at them. What we are is we're a little bit frustrated, because that was a really good, for me, a good footballing performance, and one that has been coming, and you just wanted them to get rewarded for that. But if you want to be a great team, as this team have been under different managers and through the history, you have to have something more about just being a good footballing team. The complete package is the mentality of winning, how to win, how to grind the results out. This team is not there yet. This team is where they were today. This team is, they can put a good performance in, but they can still get stung and still draw the game, as they can at Leeds, as they can at Fulham, as they can at Sunderland. You know, Liverpool, great Liverpool teams don't get beaten in them games. They just don't. Now, that's not to say this team's not going to go on and be a great team. It's got the potential and the foundations to do that. Of course it has. It's got some fantastic, wonderful players. It's got, I think, a really good tactical manager who knows what he's doing. They just need a bit of time, and that will come, I think. I think that will come. I think the players will figure that out. I think there's enough in that dressing room to think
I would like to think against better teams, we could find a way to beat these lesser teams. That seems to be an issue. And this is a team which is growing. So we have to sort of be patient as it's going. And I know that's hard. People will be going, we should be beating these teams. Yeah, I get it. But we're on this cycle where we're moving forward. Yeah. But I think coming against when teams play 4 at the back as Arsenal did, how well we played down there, it's not often we play against a 4 anymore. It's like from sort of 5th, from 6 and 7 down, everybody's playing 5 at the back against us to sort of put a low block. Go on, now you've got to beat us and we'll hit you, either on the break or with a set piece. So we're learning that way, and I feel like this team is delivering at the moment. It's all not right, but it is, because as I say, and people who are going to watch the match, it's not bad. There's been a lot of chances there. It's just frustrating.